At first, it's hard to tell what you're looking at, but it happens to be a worm bin. Yeah, I know. Once you get over the initial shock of the term itself, this is what one looks like. We're in limited space in an RV, but it doesn't mean you cannot have a worm bin if you'd like. And that's our keyboard up on top of it that we use the internet anti-for. The laptop's gone at the moment, but that's what we do. We stand here and we type on top of our worm bin. Maybe the only ones in the world that do that. Alright, we're back. My camera is suspended from my handy dandy clamp I made in probably 2 minutes. Keyboard off. Occasionally, worms have to eat. If you've got them and you want them to live, they just need food, water. They don't really like light. That's why I've got tons of spotlights on them so you can see into the worm world. Okay, piece of plastic on top to keep them from the water evaporating too fast. They like it wet, dark, and have something to eat. Alright, here we go. At the present, I have about 5 pounds of worms in here. 1,000 worms per pound equates to about 5,000 worms in total. They eat on the top. Some of them don't realize yet what's happened here. And why do I have a worm bin? Well, they eat our waste food. That is it in a nutshell. That is what they do. We don't have to throw away food scraps, and this makes splendid fertilizer for your garden. And what it's about time to do is turn the bin. They rely on oxygen to permeate their skin. They don't have lungs. So what it's important to do once in a while is turn the bin to get the ones on the bottom some air, whatever. Get the uneaten food back up on the top so they can eat it. It might smell a little bit, but you know what? That's part of life, isn't it? It smells. Hopefully what happens is you're able to see the massive amount of worms underneath the surface here eating food that I'm going to turn up. So let's begin. Yeah, that's a lot of worms. It kind of looks like a horror picture, but I don't know. Those aren't so bad. Alright. They, again, they do not like the light. So, they're running away at the present. But that's kind of what it looks like. That's just actually a very small area of our worm bin. And, you know, they're busy. I don't know how well this is going to stay in focus, but probably right there in just what I turned over is what about a pound of worms looks like. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. What I really wanted to do is have something to demonstrate holding the camera for showing my worm bin. So you got 2 inventions in one. A camera holder and a highly functioning worm bin. Wait, there's more. Why on earth would I let you miss a feeding? Some of the newest bed on the right could use some more food. I mean, we have food to feed them. So I have dug down into my wet shredded newspaper. And what do worms eat? They eat soup that was forgotten yesterday and left at home not refrigerated. They eat that. Oh, let's see what else. Heather and I, for breakfast, we had some cantaloupe And they eat the rinds. Look at that. You could just throw that away, or you could feed your worm bin. Okay? All of it. The whole cantaloupe. Rinds. You saw eggs go in there. I am not a freak about breaking these down to where they will eat it. I do this just because I don't care. It'll break down eventually. This is great for gardens. You wonder, well, what's the benefit? Why? Who cares? Why would you have a worm bin other than just to have the weirdest conversation in a group? I don't have a garden, but if I did, none of my coworkers would get this stuff because it would go out in my garden. And they're happy to receive it. Oh, look. Some bread product that just didn't get eaten soon enough. And a little bit of eggshells that I am not completely breaking down will just go in their garden anyway for, well, I don't know, a little roughage, something, whatever. It'll break down. Break the bread up. You've never seen a disaster by just putting the bread in whole, so take a little bit of time in breaking it up. Otherwise, it'll soak up water from your worm bed and turn completely hard, and it takes forever for bread to go away if you put it in like a French loaf. If you just set it in there, it'll be there for some time. You can also soak it with water because it'll prevent it from getting soaked out of your worm bed. Remember, worms like water. And bread likes to soak it up too, so you kind of have to pay a little bit of attention to what you're doing to your worms. Coffee grinds. My wife and I drink coffee like it's life's bread. I refer to it as the elixir of life because it is. Banana peels. Imagine that. The stem might not get eaten as fast, but put the whole thing in there. Carrots. What else is in there? Onion peels. Look at all those coffee grinds. Remnants of the elixir of life. My one gloved hand, you can dig this out. I'm not that terribly thorough about it. But I'll cover all that up. And when I fill all these tubs up again, I will, I'll feed them again. All that'll go away in about a week.